Okay, about this card. Let's take a look at it. This is the catalytic control center. This shows everything that I need to know about my video card. And what I know about this card is that on one hand, this isn't the model that you are that this thing is needing. Obviously, I would need the other one. But on my memory size for the 1 gig, my total band memory is 10. So this card exceeds the needed amount of memory RAM to the computer. And I know this is 2.0 blah blah blah, but this is not just a Radeon card. This is a Vision Tech card. Okay, there is a difference between the two makes and models because this one here has more enhancements than the Radeon card. The Radeon card has nothing for advancements. Okay, in the press, it shows uh, right here that this is very clear. It knows what card it is. And in fact, it's even got the settings for the screens that it's already planned to use. These are the settings. These are the settings that I need to have to be able to have the game to play. But they're not found here. I had to add those lines in myself. So I had to put it all in there. Find where here it is. I had to add these lines in here because they don't show up in the game. So you tell me that my card cannot play the game. Let's look at this. Now, if you take a look, I've typed in just Radeon 6450, which takes me to the Amazon, and you'll see here that it doesn't say Radeon 6450 by itself. There's always something added. MSI, Sapphire, OS, MSI, Diamond. This is the one that I have. The Vision Tech Radeon 6450. This is what I have. See, it's a completely different card. It's not the same as the others. Look at all these cards. Most of these cards are all fancy and stuff, but I stayed with this because I had the Stalker game, and I had a regular Radeon card where it says Radeon in the number, and it was a larger number, and it would not run that game at all. So I picked up a Vision Tech, which was a smaller number card, but it was a 512 nevertheless, and it ran the Stalker game without a problem. And here, the Radeon, all it did was crash, freeze, and give up. So this isn't just the Radeon. This is the Vision Tech Radeon. There is a difference between the two. And on the one Vision Tech I have is where you get the expanded bandwidth of memory. Okay, here we go. This is Steam. So as you see, I got the Mad Max game. I only have 26 hours on this game because this is really my type of game. Like, yeah, I like Skyrim and where's that at here? See, Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I like Skyrim and whatnot, but this is my game. So when you're telling me that my game cannot play on my card, then I wonder where the 83 hours comes from. Because it's right here, and this is even working off of the beta. The one that everybody's complaining with the long load up times. And the way I see it, it's a plug-in. It's probably a plug-in, so it's not a right over kind of update. So it's a plug-in with the to resolve certain issues until they can get the actual update. So with over 100 megs of fixes in it, I can understand that. I haven't even complained about that. Okay, the one complaint comes from, as you can see, I don't really have anything here, but see, it doesn't know what the system is. So this is what it shows up, and I have to have it adjusted correctly for it to work on this system. All this stuff that's turned down and everything, all this means nothing. This means nothing. Game works just fine. Okay? The problem is that it's this. I need this needs to be able to be set at the resolutions. How can you tell me that this game isn't going to work my card when it can ID it in the prefs, but it cannot place them in the actual INI? So I have to do some things here. I have to start this game, center the screen through my monitor so that it sits right, and then it's time to be off and running. Okay, so here we are. Now, right now I'm kind of like hanging out in the gas station because I got the settlers for some reason feel that they're obligated to stay in my old house, so to keep me from shooting them after I went through the trouble to fix them up. This is where I'm at. I mean, look at this. Look at this. All this lag that you say my graphics card cannot play. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You're absolutely right. As you can see, it works just fine for all the stuff that I have in here. I even have that chick somewhere. She's hiding. That or she's inside, went to sleep. So I got the radio. The radio works. So she's sleeping in my bed tonight. Okay. So I have no idea. Yeah, even the TV works. See? So what are you talking about? This here is the old neighborhood. Every one of these houses wired. All these people set up for guard shacks, This even works off its own separate power force. I even have the alarms up. Everything is wired. Do you not see this? I mean, look at this. Each house has the light, fixtures, objects, room set up to what I felt was necessary, all in my build. See? They're unhappy, and I really don't care because I'm not here to babysit. I'm too busy exploring this game. So far as I'm concerned, they can sit there and be unhappy until the settlement's abandoned, and then I get my old house back. But see how this thing is working? So I'm not having a problem here. So don't tell me my card cannot run this game. Okay, so as you can see, this thing is working fine on this card, just like I said. Here's the problem. This is a lock-picking box I have to unlock. And this is what happens. See, there's nothing here. I have to listen. And it should have the lock-picking splash screen. This is why I contacted you at tech support, because this is not working. It's not showing up on the screen as you can see, and it should. It was showing up before, but now it's not. And I've already verified the cache, uninstalled, reinstalled, and this is all that this thing will ever do. So it should be able to show up. So don't tell me about how this can't run on my car. It's running fine. You guys are in the middle of dealing with patches for this game right now. And this is a problem. This is definitely a problem. Because I can't unlock anything and unless it's really, really important, and I got over 50 bobby pins in 15 minutes to be listening to what's going on, trying to unlock it. That needs to be fixed. I mean, I'm not having any problems with anything else in this game but that needing to be locked. We just went up in here and cleared the enemy so I could show you that this thing cannot display a pick screen for the lock picking. That has to be fixed. And it's not my system. It's a patch that needs to be done. You need to send this to the developer. Now, for some reason, the computers can work, because I'm not having a problem getting into these. See what I mean? So there's no issue whatsoever. The screens show up. They all work. See what I mean? Look at that. So you cannot tell me my graphics card is not working on this thing. It cannot work. I think this is actually beyond your ability. You may have to just send this thing outright to the developer and let the developers of Fallout 4 handle this, because apparently it's beyond your case. Because I mean, you cannot tell me this is not working. This is on the graphics card you told me it cannot work on, and look at it go. So when I'm busy like looking here, and I can see all this, see this? Look at all these places I've been to. So you cannot tell me this game cannot work on my graphics card. I like to have one of these lunchboxes for real. Do you guys even sell those as memorabilia? So my problem is I can't get into the locks so that I can be able to unlock stuff, and that has to be resolved. Okay? As for everything else, as you can see, I'm alright. So don't tell me it cannot play on my card. One issue and it can't play on. Do you know I can spend up to 4 or 5 hours in this game before a controller, like the keyboards, stop working or the game hangs up? Sometimes I could be able to roll through this and it just not hang up or anything for the whole. So don't tell me it does not work. It does. So with so therefore that's the problem. As you see, I cannot unlock anything that I go into because the screen doesn't appear. But everything else, for the most part, the game is working fine. So I'm thinking I pretty much made myself clear, especially in this video. Now I'm going to take and return back this power armor that I've collected with the other 3 I have collected by exploring this whole world here. See? Like I said, don't tell me my card can't run this game. It can. It's a Vision Tech. It has 1 gig to work with, but this particular card model by Vision Tech with the Radiant carrier can expand this thing to 10 gigs. The only thing is that maybe I lose some FSP here and there, no big deal. But the lock splash screen is not working, and that's what I need fixed. So I'm going to take my collectible power armor back to the shop and be happy. And please send that you may have to just send this video in so that the developers themselves can see what's going on here.